questions and you have to do it. Okay. So oral test today and a written test again on a Thursday from the chapter number 2. Meanwhile, any problems anyone is facing in the chapter 2? No?
Ma'am, is there any deleted portion in chapters 2?
Chapter
None
2.
seemed out.
Yes. If till Rutherford model, the topic is deleted. I already told you that topic number, if you want the topic numbers, you have to start from topic number 2.3, developments leading to Bohr's model. And before that, you should be knowing what are, and topic number, this topic you have to do. Topic number 2.2.3. This topic you have to do topic number 2.2.3, and then you have to start from topic number 2.3 onwards. Is it okay?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
could you
Yes.
explain the plots of the orbital wave function?
Plots of the orbital wave function. Okay, okay, let me start with it. It's hardly, see, only you have to remember the diagrams, nothing much. Okay, so 1 minute, let me check the attendance. Only 26 students they have joined. Okay, now in the plot, see, simply you have to remember the shape of s orbitals, p orbitals, and d orbitals. Which plot you are particularly talking about, Bhavya? One minute. Okay, Bhavya, any particular plot you are talking about?
Ma'am, Aishwarya.
Aishwarya, okay, which plot?
Ma'am,
Okay,
the plot is given on page number 57.
57, okay. You are talking about the plot of the wave function side?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute. See, in this
Ma'am,
case,
can this come in exam?
yes. It's okay, I think.
मैम कोई ग्रुप पे पूछ रहे कि आज केमिस्ट्री की क्लास है कि नहीं.
अरे, you can reply it's going on. Okay, let me send a message. और अगर आप कोई मांगेगा तो उसको लिंक भेज देना, ठीक है? Now see, in the case of wave function psi versus s, basically I told you that psi square gives the probability of finding an electron. So if you are plotting a curve between psi and for the s orbital, okay? Now what we are finding that as it is spherical in shape. Spherical means near the nucleus, there is maximum probability of finding the electron, and as we move away from the nucleus, the probability decreases. So near the nucleus, there is maximum chances, and as we are moving away, it decreases. So it is like this. It means near the nucleus, this is the nucleus. So near the nucleus, the maximum probability of finding the electron is here. And as the distance from the nucleus increases, the probability of or the value of psi decreases. Is it okay? So at near the nucleus, at zero distance from the nucleus, there is maximum value of psi. And this is for s orbital. Now, if you are plotting a curve between psi square and r, so square agar aap karoge, so it will be like this. It will be same only. There won't be much difference. This portion is broader here, but it will become shorter. Okay? So this is for again for the s orbital. So one is the value of psi and other is for the psi square. Now, if we are doing for 2s orbital, this is particularly for 1s orbital. Now, if we are doing for 2s orbital, again we know that in the case of 2s orbital, if you remember the boundary surface diagram, initially the probability near the nucleus is very high, then it goes on decreasing, and again it increases. So if you remember, I told you that in the case of 2s orbital, how many nodes were there? What were the number of nodes in the case of 2s orbital? One node. It means this point where the probability of finding the electron is 0, or it is very less. This portion is a node. Okay. So what should be the shape according to you? Initially near the nucleus it is very high. Then it decreases. It is becoming 0 means node, and then it again increases. This is the plot of psi versus r for the 2s orbital. Is it okay? Near the nucleus it is very high. Then it goes on decreasing. This point is called as the node point, where the probability or the psi value of psi becomes 0, and then it again increases. Now, if we plot the square trend will almost be same only. If we are plotting a curve between psi square versus r, it will be like this only. Initially it is very high, but only this difference will be less. Is it okay? Then again it increases, and then again it decreases. So these are the values of psi and psi square versus r for the 2s orbital. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we are moving to the chapter 3 further. I told you the classification of the periodic table into S block, P block, D block, and F block. Okay, now my question to Arav Grewal, what is the electronic configuration of a S block element? Yes, Arav Grewal.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the electronic configuration general of a S block element? What is the general electronic configuration of a S block element?
I don't know.
Have you studied, Arav? What you have studied? Yes, Arav. Arav, can I expect a call from your parents in the evening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ask your parents, any one of them, to call me after 5 o'clock in the evening. Okay, next, Shashwat, can you tell me what is the general configuration of an element of the S block?
And they will be alkaline or alkaline earth metals.
Yes, but what is the electronic configuration? My question is regarding
And they will have 1 or 2 electrons in their outer shell.
the configuration is NS1 to 2. P block elements we have done NS2 and P1 to 6. Next, what is the Aishwarya? What is the configuration of D or block elements? Yes, Aishwarya. Unmute yourself. What is the configuration of D block elements? Dishita, can you tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the general configuration of D block elements?
Ma'am, NS 0 to 2. And ma'am, N minus 1, D 1 to 10.
Okay. Now see, what is the what is the valence orbital? Dishita, what is the valence shell? NS or N minus 1D? But if you don't know, you can say, ma'am, I don't know. That will be appreciable.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, my mic was not.
Okay. Can you tell me what will be the valence shell here?
Ma'am, Ma'am, n-1d.
अच्छा, अगर मैं 3D लूंगी, suppose n की highest value है 4s, 0 to 2 and 3D is 1 to 10. Okay. Which will come afterwards? ns पहले आएगा या 3D पहले आएगा? When we are filling electrons, which orbital will come first? n is equal to 3 or n is equal to 4?
Ma'am, n is
Outermost.
equal to 3.
क्यों? बेटा हम ऑफबोर्ड प्रिंसिपल होते हैं कि electrons are filled in the order of increasing energy. Now when n is equal to 3 means we have got 3s, 3p and 3d. n is equal to 4 means 4s and so on. So it means that 3d will come inside. n is equal to 4 is outside and 3d is inside. But the energy of 3d is more. But which is outside? 4s. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So valence shell will be 4s. This I have been telling for last 2 classes. Okay, this is my valence shell. And this shell, which is one inside the valence shell, it is called as penultimate shell. Penultimate. So these are called as penultimate d orbitals. It means outermost is first it is 3d and then it is 4s. So outermost is 4s and before that we have got 3d. So valence shell is 4s. Okay, but 3d is called as penultimate. You should know the
Excuse
word.
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, but first 4s will be filled, no, ma'am, according to Obbo, ma'am, because ma'am, yes, ma'am.
See, दोबारा देखो एक बार ऑब्बो के अकॉर्डिंग अगर मैं चल रही हूँ, if I am taking 1s, then 2s, then 2p, then 3s, 3p, and 3d. Orbitals are like this: 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, and 4s. But now, when the electrons are filled up, first they will go to 1s, 2 electrons, then 2s, then 2p, 6 electrons, and whatever, then 3s, then 3p. Okay, now the electrons will first enter into which orbital?
Ma'am, 4s.
4s. Because the energy of 4s is lower, but 4s is
Lower.
upper orbital. Okay, so electrons are first entering into the 4s. That is the. Okay. Then, because the energy of 3d is greater than 4s, then the electrons will start entering the 3d orbital. Okay. But 4s is outside, so valence shell is 4s.
Okay.
Okay, but the electrons will first enter 4s and then they will start entering the 3d orbital. Okay, and this 3d is called as penultimate. Okay, now after 4s, which orbital is there? बेटे last time a point clear कर रही हूँ. I hope कि आप याद रखोगे इसको. Okay. Now after 4s, what we have got is 4p, then 4d, then 4f, n की value 4, 4s, 4p, 4d, and 4f. Then which orbital will be coming?
5s.
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 And 5p and so on. Okay. Now, if I am taking a further element, what we know is that 1s, Aufbau principle now I am talking about, 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. Energy के according, then it is 4s, then it is 3d, then 4p, then 5s,
5s.
then it is
Ma'am, 4d.
4d, yes. Then it is 4d and then and so on. Okay, so it means after this, the electrons, after entering the 4s, then they are going to enter into the 3d, then they are going to enter into the 4p, then they are going to enter into the 5s. You can see. They will enter into the 5s. And then after 5s, they will start entering into the 4d. Okay? And after 4d, they will start entering into the 4f and so on. So energy wise, we are following this one. Clear? So, but you have to keep in mind that which will be the valence shell here if I am writing like this only. What will be the valence shell here? Valence shell means outermost. ये मैंने अगर लिखा है. I am talking of this one. If I am writing like here, which will be the valence shell, 4d or 5s?
Ma'am, 5s.
5. Highest value of n. Valence shell means highest value of n. Is it okay? So 3d orbitals are called as penultimate d orbitals. 4s are called as valence shell if I am talking of the 3d elements. Okay. And then I have told you what are transition metals, which elements are called as transition metals. Which elements are called as transition metal? Aryan, can you tell me? Which elements are called as transition metals?
Ma'am, the elements, ma'am, the metals which are in D block are transition metals.
D block elements are called as transition metals. What is the name given to S block elements in general? Any name given to S block and P block elements? S block have been divided into alkali metals and
Alkaline and earth.
Alkaline.
metals and alkaline earth metals. Yes, very good. And S block and P block elements together, they are called as representative elements, which were studied earlier. Okay? Elements of S and P block are together called as representative elements. D block elements are called as transition elements. What is the name given to F block elements?
Representative elements again.
Inner transition elements.
Inner
Metals.
transition. Okay, or metals. Elements we can also say. And then I have told you in the case of F block, what we have got is 4F series. And then we have got 5F series. 4F series is called as lanthanoids. This I told in the previous chapter also. And
Yes,
5F.
Actinoids.
Actinoids.
Okay. These are the very general terms that you should be remembering. What are lanthanoids, what are actinoids, what are transition metals, and so on. Okay. So should I proceed further now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
periodic table. Now, in the periodic table, I have, what is the position of the F block elements?
Ma'am, it's like really below, like separated from every other element.
Okay, they are placed at the bottom of the periodic table. All of you know. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
F block element, a very important F block element is uranium. Uranium atomic number is 92. All of you know the significance of uranium. What is the importance of uranium? Vanshika, what is the importance? It is a radioactive element which is used in nuclear reactors. Okay, and most of the F block elements, a number of them are radioactive. I told you general properties of F block elements. Can anyone tell me any two? 1 marker question. Give any two characteristics of F block elements. Vanshika, now you will tell. No other. Yes, what are the general characteristics of F block elements?
Radioactive.
They are mostly metals, they are radioactive, they are paramagnetic. Okay, and particularly the elements after uranium. Elements after uranium. Elements after uranium. Now these are called as transuranic elements, the transuranium elements, and most of these are radioactive. Okay. So this is a one marker question. Which of the elements after which atomic number are called as transuranium elements? The elements after uranium are called as transuranium elements. Okay, and these are found in very trace amounts in the earth. So these are called as transuranium elements. Okay, now out of S block, P block, D block, and F block. Now again a 1 marker question. which of these blocks contains the non-metals? Ayush, can you tell me? Or Jayant, can you tell me which
Yes,
of
ma'am. P block contains P block.
these block element generally contains non-metals? They also contains metals as well as
Noble
noble
gases.
gases. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this general topic. Now what we have to do in between was left, that is the nomenclature of the elements. I told you how to recognize a group and period from the electronic configuration. Okay, we have done a number of questions. और बेटा प्लीज रिवाइज करते जाओ साथ साथ. इन क्लास 12 ऑल ऑफ यू नो कि उनके 2 बोर्ड एग्जाम्स हो रहे हैं. ठीक है, so you have to be mentally prepared. And I know that those who have joined coaching में भी आपके in the class 11 they start with the starting only. So it's not that your syllabus in the coaching is somewhat very different from whatever is being done in the class. Okay, so now in between a small topic is left, that is the nomenclature of the elements with atomic number more than 100. Okay, let me take the attendance.
One question.
Yes.
Ma'am, would the placement of actinides and lanthanides be considered a drawback for the modern periodic table?
See, it is both a drawback but an advantage also. Because if we are not placing actinoids and lactinoids, it will be too complicated for us to study. Because if instead of 18 groups, if I am writing 32, so it will be too lengthy. Okay, so it is both, it can come under a drawback or it can also come under an advantage of the long form of periodic table. Drawback is that they are not given any position in the main periodic table. But same point can come in the advantage also, because these elements are found in very trace amounts and their study is not much required by a general person, so they are placed at the bottom. So it depends on which type of question is coming and how you have to write the answer diplomatically. Okay. Now 1 minute, let me take the attendance in between. Then I will be, again attendance I will be taking at the end also, those students who try to skip the class in between. Okay, Akansha present.
Present, ma'am.
Arav Grewal present.
Present, ma'am.
Arav Sharma present. Okay. Then Aishwarya is present. Agnish present. Agnish present.
Yes, ma'am, present.
Okay, Akshita.
Present, ma'am.
Aman.
Present, ma'am.
Anshika is absent. She messaged me. Arumita.
Present, ma'am.
Aryan present.
Present, ma'am.
Ayush.
Present, ma'am.
Bhavya Bhardwaj. Bhavya Mishra. Both of them.
Present, ma'am.
Present.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Daman. Dishita.
Present,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
present.
Devansh is absent. He is quite a regular absent. मैं phone message भी किया था इसको मैंने. Anyway, okay. Dishita, Drishan. Drishan present. Some problem. Okay. Anyway, Galaxy.
Ma'am, Galaxy present.
Present, ma'am.
Gautam Kumar present. Okay, Jayant present.
Present,
Himanshu
ma'am.
present. Kanak.
Present, ma'am.
Kana present.
Present, ma'am.
Lakshay.
Present,
Present, ma'am.
Present.
Linoy Manav.
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Pragya. Rishabh.
Present, ma'am.
Rishabh.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Sahil. Sahil.
Present, ma'am.
Sanket.
Present, ma'am.
Sanket now be regular. Okay. Shashwat. And Shriya.
Present, ma'am.
Shivansh.
Present, ma'am.
Shriya. Shriya.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Okay. Next, Siddhant Sharma, Siddhant Jain.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, Vani Vanshika.
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Rohan is
Kanam
absent.
present.
Rohan is absent. Okay. Okay. One more thing. Tuesday and Wednesday I am on the leave, so no classes. So I will try to compensate the classes some other day. Okay. So no classes tomorrow and the day after.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So that's why I am keeping a test on Thursday, so that those who are not prepared, they can prepare by that time. Okay. Now see further what we are doing is the nomenclature of elements with atomic number 100. Now while we are doing the nomenclature, see, now there was a problem. While we are doing the IUPAC nomenclature, see, most of the elements after atomic number 100, they were discovered later on. Okay, their discovery, some of them are discovered only 20-30 years back. So now the problem was that the scientists who discovered them, they tried to give a name after themselves. Like there is an element which is called as Rutherfordium, atomic number 104. It was discovered by it is America. It was discovered in America. So they tried to call it Rutherfordium after the famous scientist Rutherford. But simultaneously, this element was also discovered in Russia because a number of scientists were working on it. So when it was discovered in Russia, so they tried to give them their own name and they tried to call it as Kachaturium. Okay. So there was obviously discussion whether what should be the name. Both of them are adamant. Similarly, it was on the number of other elements were discovered. So either they were named on the basis of the laboratory where they were discovered, or on the basis of the state or of the country, or on the basis of name of the scientist. So to avoid this quarrel, particularly for the elements which are having atomic number more than 100, as a number of them, around 10-15 elements were recent discoveries. So now to avoid the quarrel, so they are named according to a IUPAC name. Okay. Upon local parts of the country, they may be named at Rutherfordium, but not according to the IUPAC name. So in the latest periodic table, generally we are writing the IUPAC name of a number of elements after atomic number 100. Now, if it is 1, for 1, we call it as un. For 0, it is called as nil. I am just telling you how to do. 2 means bi. 3 means tri. 4 means quad. 5 means pent. 6 means hex. 7 means sept. 8 means oct. 9 means n. I think the portion of the IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds was deleted in class 10th. Yes or no? Or have you done it?
Ma'am, we had done it.
You have done it very good. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So what if an element, suppose I am taking 104. For 1, I should write un. Okay. For 0, 0 means nil. So I am writing without any gap. 4 means quad. Last में हम लगाते हैं इयम. The suffix is इयम. Okay. So it is quite easy. We are, for every word we are using its name, and then in word root, and then we are adding its iam. Now, if it is suppose 109. If it is 109, Siddharth Sharma, can you tell me what will be the name? Siddharth Sharma. Unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the name? 109. Himanshu, you tell me for 110. Yes, 109. Bolo, Siddharth Sharma. For 1, what I have to write? For 1?
Uni.
1
Uni nil n.
And nil, then 9.
N.
N. आगे किया. Okay, not very confident in answering. Okay, 110. Himanshu. Himanshu, unmute yourself. Himanshu. Okay, Drishan, can you tell me? Himanshu, I am noting it against your name. You are not answering. 110, Drishan. Unmute yourself. No need of raising the hand. Drishan. Shriya. 3 students' name I am noting because they are neither saying yes or no. It means they have.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shriya, can you tell the name? Yes, Shriya, what should I write for 1? Just see the table here. What should I write for 1?
Ma'am, UN.
UN. Then again 1.
Ma'am, UN.
Then for 0.
NIL.
Then in the end, what I should write?
IUM.
Yes, IUM. Galaxy. Now, can you tell me for 113? Galaxy.
Ma'am, UN.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Then again 1.
try.
First UN, then again UN. Again there is a 1. Okay?
Ma'am, bottom of board is not
UN.
visible.
Ma'am, UN.
The lower part of board is not visible.
Is it visible now?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. Just tell me when it's visible. I think it's visible now.
It is visible.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
One trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next one, Gautam Kakkar. If I am taking is 118, what will be the name? Say yes, ma'am. Unmute yourself. Manav.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, can you tell the name?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो.
एक्चुअली मैम नेटवर्क का इशू हो रहा था तो सर मैम मैंने अपने टैब पे ज्वाइन किया आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही थी.
No problem. Now you can try. For 1, okay, Himanshu, just see Manav. Can you tell me 118 because
Yes,
Himanshu.
ma'am.
Yes, Manav.
Ma'am, UN, Octium.
Yes. See, Himanshu, because there was a network problem with you. See, for 1, I am writing un. Again, there is a 1, I am writing un. For 8, I am writing oct. But they are in continuity. Un, oct. In the last, I am writing is ear. So this is a way of nomenclature. Okay. Now, a 1 marker question may be that name the element with atomic number. Which element is called a Rutherfordium? This can be a 1 marker question, that is 104. So you should be remembering it. Okay. So whatever examples NCERT they have given, you have to read those and remember them.
Ma'am, we need to remember like all 18, like 101 to 118.
Yes. No, you don't have to remember the names. Like I think in NCERT, in my NCERT, they have given only one name, a common name of 104. Okay. So that you can remember. That's all. Otherwise, you have to do the IUPAC nomenclature. Okay. One element is that is Seaborgium. That is element number 106. Element with atomic number 106. This was called as Rutherfordium. So this was called as Seaborgium. But nowadays we are using its IUPAC name. ठीक है, Seaborgium after the name of the scientist Seaborg. This was the name of the scientist Seaborg, so it was called as Seaborgium. But in the case of IUPAC name, Unnilhexium. So only 2 elements are there, I think. So you can read your NCERT thoroughly. Okay, now we are coming to the main chapter. I have told you the general electronic configuration in period as well as group. I have told you lanthanoids and actinoids and their general configuration. Okay, as well as characteristics. So now I am starting with metals, topic number 3.6.5. Metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now in our periodic table, now there are a number of metalloids. Now see, when I am writing the periodic table, I am writing only, I am not considering the D block elements. When I am writing is hydrogen, helium, lithium, then beryllium, then boron, बीच में D block आएंगे, then boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Neon के नीचे argon and so on. Okay, so I am writing it only whatever is required for the purpose. So boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. So these are all group 13 elements: boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, and thallium. Now in the group 14 elements, we have got carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, and lead. Now in the group 15, we have nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Okay, now oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and polonium. Similarly, here what we have got is fluorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. Now, in the case of P block elements, I have told you that P block elements, they contain metals. Can you name few metals from the P block elements?
Zinc.
Ma'am, aluminium.
These are my P block.
Aluminium, carbon, nitrogen.
These are my P block elements. So non-metals are aluminium, tin, lead. All these are metals. Tin, lead, antimony. All these are my metals in general. Okay. Now, in the case of non-metals, can you tell me the name of few non-metals?
Chlorine,
Nitrogen,
phosphorus, fluorine,
Carbon.
iodine,
Fluorine, bromine, iodine. Okay. Iodine is a non-metal only. Then carbon, boron,
Carbon, oxygen,
oxygen also, oxygen, nitrogen. All these are non-metal. Now there are a number of metalloids. And actually, metalloids I am taking according to NCERT only, because in some books there may be 1 or 2 elements are different actually. But whenever like boron in certain books must be given as a metalloid. But when we are doing CPSC, we have to, for your entrance exams also, basically we have to refer NCERT. The one which I am circling with red, all these are metalloids. Astatine we hardly consider because it is a somewhat radioactive element. So these are my metalloids.
Also there, no?
Yes.
Boron is also metalloid.
Which one?
Boron.
Yes, that's what I am saying. Just I am coming to the point. See, in your NCERT, they have given these as a metalloid: silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, polonium, and astatine. There are 7 metalloids. But in certain books, they have given boron also as a metalloid. Okay, but in NCERT here, they have not given boron as a metalloid. Those who have got the NCERT book, they can open the periodic table. They are circled with red. So all these elements they have taken as metalloids. They have not considered boron as a metalloid, but in a number of books, boron is also given as a metalloid. Okay? So if you're writing boron as a metal, I won't make it wrong. If you're writing boron as a metalloid, it's not wrong actually.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Also, with hydrogen, we cannot place it in S block, right, or P block. We need to place it, outside the blocks. We can place it.
Yes, because actually periodic table is based on the atomic number. So hydrogen elements, that's why we are placing it in the group 1.
Okay, it means S block, it's part of S block.
Yes, because here the configuration is 1s1. That's why it is a S block element.
Okay.
1s2, 2s1. So hydrogen is a S block element. Okay?
So that's not because it's a metal, it's just because it's like a 1 atomic number.
The table is generally based on the atomic number only. So that's why we are placing it here. Hydrogen is a non-metal, but it is placed along with the S block elements. Okay.
Okay.
Coming in the yes.
Then if boron is not classified in metalloids, then it would be a metal or non-metal.
Boron is a non-metal. Either it is taken as a non-metal or it is a metalloid. It differs from book to book. NCERT में भी class 12 में का जगह या 11th में भी boron को metalloid भी consider किया गया. Okay. So whether it is you are writing it is a metalloid or non-metal, both will be considered correct. Okay. And now see in your periodic, have you got the date sheet of your periodic exams?
Yes,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So first will be coming. We will be starting with chapter 4th also, but syllabus will be first 3 chapters.
Ma'am, when we'll get the syllabus for the periodics? Also some pattern.
Pattern.
Yes, some pattern and syllabus.
Pattern is basically MCQ based and case based. That's why assignment. See, the assignment or the test that I am taking, it will be in the pattern of the pre-board exam. Periodic exam. Okay. Next topic is periodic properties of elements. Now we are coming to the main chapter, trends in periodic properties. Initially was the study of the periodic table. And again, most of this is same as your class 9, trends in periodic properties. Now first one, atomic size. And see, while we are studying these periodic properties, I will be taking the example of either second period or third period. So I am writing the short periodic table here. Hydrogen, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. I am writing S and P block, hydrogen. Then it is lithium, sodium. Okay, this is group 1. Group 2. In between, we have got group B block elements that I am not taking here. Okay. Magnesium, then boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, chlorine, neon, then aluminium, silicon. Okay, so this is group 1, group 2, group 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now this is first period. Period first, period second, and period third. So while we are doing the properties, we are either taking the example of second period or third period as a reference. Now, what is the trend of atomic size? What is the meaning of atomic size actually? What is the meaning of atomic size?
Ma'am, atomic radius.
Yes, what is the meaning of atomic radius? If I
distance of valence electron from the nucleus.
Okay. Yes. Well, I suppose I am taking hydrogen. I will say this is the atomic radii. from the nucleus. I will say this is my atomic radii. But we know that according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, we say that it is impossible to determine the exact position and velocity of an atom, of an electron in an atom. So it means मेरा orbit का तो concept wrong है ना. हम बोल ही नहीं सकते कि electron इस particular orbit में है. Electron can be outside this also. क्या एक particular circular orbit में? No. This has been proved wrong. So we can only talk of the probability of finding an electron. Okay, is the point clear? Now the exact atomic radii cannot be found. Suppose I am want to find out the atomic radii of hydrogen. I can't find it accurately. It cannot be found accurately. Why? Because the concept of orbit is wrong. And second thing is that hydrogen, does it exist as an atom or a molecule?
Ma'am, it exists as a molecule.
It exists as a molecule. It means hydrogen atom is not capable of independent existence. Is not capable of independent existence. So how can I find the atomic radii of hydrogen? So it was a great problem for scientists because a number of atoms, they are not capable of independent existence. So whenever we are talking of a atomic size or atomic radii, there are four terms used for it. Either we are finding out the ionic radii in the case of those elements which occur as ions, or we find out the covalent radii which exist as molecule, or we find out the metallic radii which exist as a metals, or we find out the van der Waals radii. Van der Waals radii in the case of noble gases. Okay? So it means whatever you have studied in class 9, that was a very generalization thing. That atomic radii increases down the group and decreases along the period. Is it okay? So now first, what is the...
Ma'am, please repeat it. How we'll find the radius of a hydrogen molecule?
That's what I am telling you. See, I am saying that hydrogen atomic radii, we can't actually find because hydrogen is not existing as an atom. Hydrogen atom cannot exist. Is it okay? So either we have to find out the ionic radii, or we find out the covalent radii, we find out metallic or van der Waals. So it means that there are four methods by which we can calculate the atomic radii. Now see in general, I am now telling you each and every radii one by one. First, I am taking up the case of covalent radii. Now, covalent radii is how the intermolecular distance between two covalently bonded atoms. Half the internuclear, molecularly half the internuclear, make it nucleus. Nuclear will be more accurate. Half the internuclear distance between two covalently bonded atoms. So this is called as covalent radii. Now, if I am taking the case of hydrogen, we all know hydrogen has one electron, and we draw it like this. This is a hydrogen molecule, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I am drawing it in this way, that this is the nucleus, and this is how I am representing a hydrogen molecule. Dot means nucleus. This I am representing the nucleus. Now to find the atomic radii, what we are taking is the distance between the two nucleus divided by 2. Okay, let me draw it a little bit bigger than what point I want to tell you will be more clear. Okay, so it means that it is the distance between the nucleus divided by 2. This is the covalent radii. Okay, it means this distance. This particular is called as covalent radii. Now, do you think that this covalent radii is greater than or smaller than actual atomic radii?
Ma'am, greater than.
Greater कैसे हुआ? Actual atomic radii तो ये होना चाहिए था. This should be my actual atomic radii. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
But
Oh, ma'am, it's smaller. Okay.
I am taking it here only because when it is forming the bond, I am taking it less than this. मैंने तो इसको आधा ये वाला portion तो हटा ही दिया ना. होना
Yes,
तो यहाँ. But I am showing it till the red portion only. So it means that covalent radii is smaller than actual atomic radii. The actual atomic radii we can't find out. Reason I have told you, just write down a question. Why we cannot determine actual atomic radii? Why we cannot determine actual atomic radii? What is the answer? Write down the answer.
Ma'am, according
Okay, write down.
according to Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, ma'am, we cannot state the exact position and velocity of an electron in an atom. So, ma'am, it's not possible.
Yes, write down the answer. Because according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, electron cloud surrounding our atom, does not has a sharp boundary. It means exact boundary नहीं होती. इसको हम इस तरह से दिखाते हैं. It means this reason, it is a reason, it is not having a sharp boundary. Okay? So this is the reason. So we can determine either the covalent radii, and covalent radii is smaller than the actual atomic radii. Reason I have told you, because it is half the internuclear distance between the two covalently bonded atoms. So it is less than the actual atomic radii. So generally, whenever we are given the atomic radii, we are generally given the covalent radii. Is it okay?
Ma'am, can you repeat the answer?
Yes. Should I repeat the answer? See, covalent radii is smaller than the actual atomic radii. Reason lies in the definition, because it is the half the internuclear distance. So you can show just like this. So it is actually less than the proper radii. ठीक है, अगर रीजन लिखना आएगा, आप सिंपली रीजन ये लिखोगे, because it is half the internuclear distance between the two covalently bonded atoms. So that's why it is less than the actual atomic radii. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The second radii that we are going to study is the ionic radii. Now, ionic radii means ionic radii is calculated in case of ionic compound. Ionic compounds consisting of ions. Can you tell me a ionic compound? Common ionic compound? NaCl, should I take NaCl? We all know ionic bonds are formed between a metal and a non-metal. NaCl.
Yes.
Okay, NaCl कैसे बनता है? NaCl means Na plus and Cl minus. It means actually if I am taking a sodium means 2, 8 and 1. But sodium is losing its electrons. what we are getting is sodium ions. Okay. Now similarly, if I am taking is chlorine, chlorine is 287. And if I am taking is chloride ions, it is 288. So it means that this ionic radii consists of sodium ions and chloride ions. Okay. So if I am taking is NaCl, so what we show is that sodium nucleus है उसके पास electron है, electron is gained by chlorine. So chlorine is having 8 electrons in its valence shell. Now, ionic means one of them is an anion and another is a cation. Anion का मतलब क्या होता है? Chloride ion is an anion.
Negative charge.
Anion means add. क्या add हुआ? Electron. Anion means add. हम इस से भी याद कर सकते हैं कि add क्या हुआ? Electron. Cation. Cation means cut. What is cut? Electron. So cation means there is a loss of electron or an electron is cut. Anions means add. A means add. What is added? Electrons are added. Okay. Now out of anion and cation, which is larger in size?
Ma'am, cation.
If I am taking a sodium, just the sodium. Sodium is 2, 8. तुम लोग 9 को काफी भूल चुके हो. And then 1. This is my sodium atom. Now what is Na plus? What is Na plus?
And 2,8.
2,8. So which will be larger in size?
Anion.
No need to draw this. So what we know is a cation is smaller in size. क्योंकि ये electron remove होगी तो outermost shell is removed. Cation is smaller in size. Just note it down. Just note down the point first. No need to draw the diagram. Cation is smaller in size than atom. Why it is smaller in size?
Ma'am, because electrons are loose and the paths are not considered certain orbits.
Okay. बस आज इतना ही करा रही हूँ, उसके बाद कल कराओगी. अभी मेरे को वो असाइनमेंट करानी है. Cation is smaller in size than atom. ठीक है, because first point, valence shell is lost. Valence shell is generally lost. And the second point is that effective nuclear charge increases. Nuclear charge effective increases. So I will come to this point in the next class. So I am just sharing the assignment and please revise your class 9. मैं अभी बहुत ज्यादा स्लो चल रही हूँ बेटा. ठीक है कि तुम्हारे 9th में थोड़ी सी केमिस्ट्री स्ट्रांग हो जाए, बट देयर आर नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स जो सीधा ही बोल देते हैं कि मैम हमने तो पढ़ा ही नहीं है. So I can't help those students. They have to first help themselves. Okay, I am sharing the link. Where should I send it? Of the assignment? WhatsApp पे कर दो.
On Teams.
WhatsApp पर.
Okay, okay, I will send on the Teams also. Just wait. First, I am sending on WhatsApp. You can open it. Then on the Teams also, I am sending in the post. Just wait. मैंने chats पे कर दिया बेटा. Can you see the chats? Post पे डाल दिया, ठीक है? In the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just open it. Do it right now. Okay. Now, can you see this one? Write your mail, everything, etc. Are you writing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone read the first question?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
The elements in which electrons are progressively filled in 4f orbital are called.
Yes, we have just done 4f means lanthanoids.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, lanthanoids. Okay, question number second.
The number of atoms in 0.1 mole of triatomic gas is.
See, now I am giving you a hint. Triatomic means 3 atoms. 1 mole के अंदर कितना होगा? 3 moles. So 0.1 में 0.3 moles. So 0.3 into 6.022 into 10 की power 23. So what will be the answer?
Third part.
Third part. Okay, answer is third part, 1.806 into 10 की power 23. Next student, okay, let me ask a particular student. Question number third.
21 नहीं होना चाहिए, 10 to the power 21.
क्यों बेटा? 6 into 3 means 18 into 10 की power 22.
But मैम 0.3 है ना moles का.
हाँ, 0.3 में ही बता रही हूँ. Either you can write 3 into 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 into 0.1. So what is 6 into 3? 18. 18 into 0.1 means 1.8.
अच्छा ठीक है.
ठीक है. Next, the line spectra observed when an electron jumps from higher level to the M level. K means what is the Lehman, Balmer, Paschen. What will be the answer?
Third part.
Paschen series. Okay. So you can see that assignment is quite easier. Okay. ये तो बहुत डायरेक्ट दिया है जनरली, लेकिन टेस्ट में मैंने क्वेश्चन थोड़े से ऐसे चेंज कर लिए कि अगर आप इंटरनेट यूज करोगे ना आप गलत कर दोगे. टेस्ट विल बी ऑन थर्सडे. Which of the following is responsible to rule out the existence of definite path or trajectories of electrons? We have just done today only.
Second part.
Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, it proved the concept of orbits wrong. Now the total number of electrons associated with the third shell.
Total number of orbitals है.
हाँ, what is the formula for orbitals? N square. Number of electrons होते हैं 2n square. Orbitals का formula होता है n square. 3 means 3 square means 9. N is equal to 3 means 3s, 3p and 3d. S orbital 1, p orbital 3 and d orbitals 5. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 means 9. Okay. Next, orbital quantum number depends upon. Orbital means which quantum number? Azimuthal quantum number. Which value?
Orbital angular momentum.
Only the first part, L. It depends only on the value of L.
Orbital angular momentum.
Yes. Answer is first part.
Okay. Ma'am, the question is asking the orbital angular momentum.
Yes. Quantum number nahi hai, ek minute, just wait. According to me, it should be the first part.
But question ही नहीं है quantum number का.
Just wait.
Question जो रखा है मैम, orbital angular momentum depends upon.
बेटा L की वैल्यू पे ही तो डिपेंड करता है फिर भी. अगर आपको क्वांटम नंबर्स के टर्म्स में दे रखा है, डिपेंड्स ओनली ऑन द वैल्यू ऑफ L.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So, answer will be L only. Next one. और ये बेटा सारे रिस्पॉन्स आएंगे और प्लीज इसको संभाल के रखना, बाद में मत बोलना मैम आप सारे दोबारा भेजो. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Someone read out the question.
If traveling at same speed, which of the following matter takes up the shortest wavelengths?
Yes. Wavelength lambda is equal to h upon mv. So the one which is having the highest mass will have the shortest wavelength. Yes. So what should be the answer?
Ma'am, alpha particle.
Alpha particle.
Alpha particle, because it is a helium nucleus having a mass of 4. न्यूट्रॉन और प्रोटॉन का तो 1 होता है, इलेक्ट्रॉन का नेग्लिजिबल होता है, तो आंसर विल बी अल्फा पार्टिकल, सेकंड पार्ट. नेक्स्ट वन, दैट्स ऑल. अच्छा नेक्स्ट करो, प्रेस.
Assertion.
Yes, assertion reasoning questions. Now tell me. First one, anyone read out the question?
Assertion is all isotopes of a given element shows same type of chemical behavior.
True or false?
True.
True. Isotopes have the same chemical properties but different physical properties. Okay. What about
the reason is that the chemical properties of an atom are controlled by a number of electrons in the atom.
Yes. कोई भी चीज कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लूज या गेन करता है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करती है ना केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज.
Ma'am, the reason will be true.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is the correct explanation. So both A and R are true and it is the correct explanation. Okay. Next question.
Ma'am, the assertion is black body is an ideal body that emits and absorbs radiation of all frequencies. Reason is the frequency of radiation emitted by a body goes from lower frequency.
Tell me, is the assertion true?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
A black body is all these are basically exemplar questions. A black body is a perfect emitter and absorber of all radiation. It is true. Now, what is the reason?
The frequency of a radiation emitted by a body goes from lower frequency to higher frequency with an increase in temperature.
It is true or false?
Reason is true, but it's not a correct explanation.
Yes,
It's true, but not expression, ma'am.
Yes, A and R are true, but it is not the correct explanation. Any more question?
Yes, ma'am.
Next question.
Yes, ma'am. One more.
Ma'am, assertion says it is impossible to determine the exact position and exact momentum of an electron simultaneously.
Yes, it is Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Yes,
So it is
ma'am.
true.
Yes, ma'am.
And
What's the
ma'am,
reason?
reason is given that the path of an electron in an atom is clearly defined. So, ma'am, it
That is
false.
false.
The reason
So
false.
reason is false because the concept of orbit is false. It has been replaced by concept of orbital. So A is true, but R is false.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? So you can submit the assignment. So this workload has been reduced, but be prepared for the test. Okay? So please write
Ma'am, the
because-
question, ma'am, the assertion region question of lower frequency to higher frequency, उसका answer is third part. A is true, but R is false.
एक मिनट बेटा. Which one? इसमें गलत आ रहा है जो तुमने सबमिट.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
हमने
ma'am.
second
Yes,
कर लिया.
Yes, ma'am.
एक्चुअली ना मेरे से क्या हो रहा है गूगल फॉर्म पे ना असाइनमेंट समय खुल नहीं पा रही मेरी, तो मैं इसलिए मैं तुमनी से बुलवा रही थी. जस्ट वेट. Which question number?
Ma'am, वो black body radiation वाला 9th.
9. एक मिनट मेरे को क्वेश्चन चेक करना पड़ेगा. खोल लेती हूँ उसको. Then I will be more properly able to answer. Just wait.
मैम, मैंने ग्रुप पे वो स्क्रीनशॉट भेज दिया उस क्वेश्चन का.
Okay, then it's better for me. Yes, the frequency of a radiation goes from a higher frequency to the. See, this is wrong actually. The reason being, what we know is that आपको यही तो बताया था black body radiation में कि लास्ट में उसका कलर ही चेंज हो जाता है. As the temperature increases, what happens? What happens with the increase in temperature? It initially goes from a lower frequency to a higher frequency. ये तो ठीक है वैसे बेटा.
यही तो लिखा है reason.
हाँ यही लिखा है, दोनों सही है. मैं इसको करेक्शन कर देती हूँ. I will correct it and then again send it to you.
Okay.
ठीक है, scores I will release again. Both of them are true. ठीक है?
Yes. Okay, ma'am.
Scores I will release. Don't worry. Okay, we can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.